Uh-oh. Bean's gone. We lost him.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I was
No.
eating up rice. Don't kick me from the group.
Nope, too late.
So you guys crossed a very strange looking portal barrier. You ended up in this room. There was a big desk in the shape of Count Dooku's lightsaber.
Oh yeah, it was curved.
And inside of your guys' heads, inside each of your heads, you heard this voice whisper to you, "Tell us what you know."
Were we all three in the room?
Yes. You were all three in the room, and the portal has disappeared behind you. It's
Am
funny.
I on my horse or not?
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
cool
if
either
you
way.
brought your horse through the portal, then yeah.
Can I roll like investigation to check these robed dudes out?
Whoa. Okay, wait a second. You have a picture there, and you don't on my thing. I need to read. CRB.
I don't know how to add a picture.
You have a picture on your little thing.
Oh, because that's my character. No,
No
that's
way.
Nick Bean.
That is Nick himself.
That is the Nick Bean.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is, yes.
Wait, how do I see
I'm
your
not gonna lie, you
character?
guys. Like before last session, I spent some time watching those YouTube videos for inspiration. You know, you gotta find your calling, and they are all awful.
Oh my gosh.
I'm shocked.
Oh.
Nick Bean is an elf.
Oh shit. Actually, that's a good question.
Is he elf or a human or like a
Hang
I
on.
don't think you ever chose, did you?
I'm a half elf.
half? Okay, half elf. All right. So you guys are in this room with these robed figures, and they're all staring at you. And you guys begin to hear more voices in your head. Bazakar, you hear something like,
"Why do you insist on vandalizing books of legitimate business stuff?"
Thedawin, you hear this in your head.
Why do you put so much stock in your memories when power can be gained by leaving it behind?
Okay, Bean, you hear this in your head.
Do you have a purpose in manipulating those that prefer your company?
This is purely in your head that you guys are hearing these voices.
So I mean, if we talk about this, we're basically discussing it right in front of them.
But that's our choice.
Yeah, I don't care what these guys think.
Does it look like they're gonna let us out?
I'm just gonna turn right to them and be like, "Well, you guys are clearly saying something in my head, but I would like to be polite. I'm Thadewin Durai. You probably heard of me. This is my horse, Dennis. We're here because you guys are supposed to be doing something with us, and we're just jumping to conclusions here. What's going on?"
With the 16 investigation, you see that these are not, like, you've done some work with the Shrek's Temple before. These are not people you've ever come in contact with. Grieve was talking about the Inquisitors, and you've got no doubt in your mind that these are the Temple Inquisitors. And as far as, do they look like they're going to allow you to leave, I think was your question, Matt?
So we got ported in here.
This room is pretty much solid stone. Like, there's no in or out. A small portal like the one you guys saw outside opens up to your right, like right around here. And a man walks in. I should mention that Elohani, when you guys were all hearing voices in your head, you saw Elohani like stiffen up. And then a portal opens up. A couple armed guard-looking people come in. They're still wearing these these deep crimson red robes, much like Grieve is wearing. And they grab him by each arm and they haul him back through the portal, and the portal closes.
I teabag him on the way out. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I do think about it doing it though.
Okay, so like obviously none of us trust what's going on. So I'm trying to figure out like what their intent is. Like, are they here to like I don't know how to verbalize this. Like I get this is like my gut feels.
I got you. Yeah. You're not like happy with them. Like they're not outright hostile, but you're definitely not liking the way that they're standing kind of raised above you on this little dais. But as far as like, this is exactly what Grieve told you was going to happen, right? Like he said that you were going to go speak to the Inquisitors, and like this you're definitely sure like this is it. This is what that is. And Theodowin, they don't respond when you speak out loud to them.
I will ask a question, but not out loud to them. So I will say, what does it matter to you if I destroy books of random businesses in this town?
There's a small chuckle, and the man on your left hand side kind of shifts a little bit, and you have to imagine like maybe that voice is coming from him, and then you hear this in your mind.
How much money does it take to sway your allegiance?
So I will say to that, depends on what you're hoping to gain from paying me for.
And then the next question that comes back to you is, nobody has paid you to turn against the temple.
Yes, but I also know when I'm being lured into a trap.
Theodowin, you hear this in your head.
Do you fear your own incompetence?
I look all of them in where I expect their eyes to be. I don't know if they have eyes. And I think, hi, I'm Theodowin Durai. To your first question, what kind of power are we talking about? And to your second question, no.
You hear back in your head something along the lines of, living in your past only makes you weaker. Leave it behind. Take the power.
Okay, I can do that.
Bean. You hear this in your head.
What did that other bard ever do to you?
I'm gonna. He took my time slot.
No one fucks with Bean.
You don't. The path to success doesn't come cheap. So, I'm gonna like say back because I'm kind of deflecting when they ask that. You know, with saying that, and then I'm gonna ask. You know what? Cut to the chase. What do you want?
You hear them say, you know that time slot was already taken. And then you hear, we just want to know what you know.
I know that this is kind of a creepy cult.
You believe us, a cult?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it, yes.
How long have you been employed with us?
Actually, I don't know the answer to that.
Not super long, right?
It's not lying if I don't know.
I do not recall.
It's been a year, you know, I figure I should know all of this about you guys, but it's kinda weird.
Bazikar, you hear this.
Is there something about your kinsmen that makes you so uncomfortable you must hold them at arm's length?
Well, I'm always a naturally untrustworthy person. But to be honest with you, Bean and Theodowin have grown on me.
Oh.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, that's the truth for Bazikar.
All right, cool.
I just
Okay.
kind of feel that you might be thinking that. I don't know for sure, but I look over at you and I
Just
just
see
smile.
and smile for no reason. So it comes back and says, if they've grown on you, why do you continue to treat them so? You lock out your friends from the room when you know you must be sharing the quarters with them. You continue to order early bird wake-up calls, and you know that it's super mean. You continue to put them down, especially when it comes to drinks.
Yeah, and I think Bazikar is a little bit confused by that question then, because he's kind of like his whole adventuring career, he's never really partnered with anybody, but this is the first group that he's actually kind of trusted. So I'll say, what gives you the impression that you think I don't trust them?
You say that your legions can be bought by gold. I guess I'll just, I don't need to whisper. He says, you say that your legions can be bought by gold. And if that is, if that's how you truly feel, then how can you ever have a true friendship?
Do I have a message?
Oh, I do. Also massage. I just rolled them into one.
So I'll kind of, I think Bazikar is a little bit like, he knows this is kind of a true statement, because normally he is mostly swayed by, glory and gold.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's starting to realize that that's not his only motivations anymore. My journeys are much like the arcane. There's an ever-changing flow, and Bazakar is adapting to whichever way the flow is taking him.
So, I'm thinking to these guys like, all right, you want to throw down? We can throw down. Let's talk.
Yeah, I do have to point out that the absurdity of this situation. You three have entered this room. Your previous party member was dragged out of the room beside you. And then now you're all standing in silence, like looking around the room just in total silence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First, you are taunting me about throwing my past away, which I already did, if you remember, because I was drawing everything and I had everything in there, and I threw that in the fire because it was looked in. So I already did throw my past away. So give me that power. What's this nonsense you're saying about conflict?
You constantly prod at others, seeking to create conflict in them. Do you disagree?
No, I don't disagree.
Do you enjoy it?
No, it's just useful.
Yes, I fucking knew it.
What's your point? Haven't you guys seen my character sheet? I have a fucking 17 in intelligence. I'm not stupid.
Right.
He's got the weirdest fighter character I've ever seen.
He's gonna beat you with that knowledge.
Bazakar is like secretly a little afraid of Theodoin because he knows that he's just fucking with people all the time, but he's like not. You're like fucking Angemon or whatever. The little bean that turns into the Angelmon.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Digimon, man.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like this is a good opportunity for exposition of like what's going on with our characters. And my concept of Theodoin is that he's someone who doesn't really know, not like in an edgy way of like not knowing his past, but like didn't really have much of a story, so he's just kind of making it up as he goes along and rolling with it. And so he was like, I'm planning on being an Eldritch Knight. And so that's why he has a 17 in intelligence. Then he was like, nah, Cavalier's better. And so he just completely like threw that identity away and is now like, I'm a Cavalier now. I'm completely changing my... And so he's pretty chaotic, but in a fairly altruistic way, but he, doesn't see conflict as a bad thing. And actually, it's really interesting that the first thing here was about throwing your memories away and power, because I think Theodoin does see that as powerful to just basically not have a really set in stone identity and to be able to change that kind of at whim.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I think that makes or why Bazakar likes Theodoin and Bean, because you're both kind of chaotic, and Bazakar has always been like that, but to his own end, and now he's seeing the benefit of a team doing that.
Yeah, I think that's really similar for Theodoin. It's like there hasn't been a lot of cohesion in this kind of lack of identity, but he sees some similarity with Bazakar and Bean. Well, he's a YouTube sensation. Why not keep him along?
It's BardTube.
BardTube sensation, yes. I'm not hip with the technology. So, to these white mages from Final Fantasy, what are you getting at here? What do you want to know from me?
We want your echo to go away.
Is it back?
It's back. So he says, we want to know that you are in league with us.
2 questions. First of all, can I get you guys some water? It seems like there's something going on here. I mean, you can talk in my head and you're still whispering, and just something's not adding up. Second of all, sure, yeah, I'm with you.
You harbor so many hesitations.
Did you hear me hesitating?
We know that you tried to leave Grieve as he led you here.
Not to tattle on anyone, but I think we all did. No comment, huh? Gotcha.
That's how you know.
This is all kind of happening simultaneously. Being in your head, you hear this.
I hated your last pigeon interview.
Oh, you son of a... They said we hated your first pigeon net interview. Did you see my interview with Chef Hansi, the half orc?
That's the one I hated the most.
I turned to Bazikar and they went, yeah, I'm not sure about this cult, you guys.
And then you hear one last thing being in your head.
How do you feel knowing that the portal keeper will lose his job tonight?
Oh, snap. Well, no. Okay, listen. We were trying to get back, but Grieve wouldn't let us, so that's on Grieve. And you.
Do you truly expect me to believe that you weren't just trying to get out of these questions?
Well, I did make a commitment. I mean, you're reading my mind or something, right? So, like, that's true. And I did need to go. But I also didn't want to do these questions because you guys are kind of odd. And you guys aren't being very truthful. You're just asking questions, but you haven't really talked to us. Told us your side of things.
We are not the ones being interviewed here.
Well, you should be. You know, this is a mutual thing. So,
Let's change that.
yeah. What's your name?
There's no response. And then Bazikar hears one more thing in his head.
Why did you seek out conflict in Helena's months?
I saw an opportunity. Something that needed dealt with. I may be in it for gold, but I'm also in it for justice. Can we move up towards them?
You can certainly try.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna move up towards him. Hang on.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to take Dennis up the steps towards them.
As soon as Theodwin gets here and Bean gets here, I need both of you to make intelligence saving throws.
What?
Oh, and you rolled a 1.
Oh my god. You rolled the worst possible roll possible.
You have an aneurysm and die. They said your trigger word.
What does that say about bar tube sensations?
Oh my god.
Not very smart, that's for sure.
Everything we kind of already knew.
You guys are going to take 6 psychic damage. You step up on those stairs like you're going to head up towards them, and there's like this bright flash of light. This bright flash of purple light, I should say. And you can't see Bazikar anymore. You guys can see the desk that you're standing next to, and you can kind of barely make out these two guys here. But it's like the world has closed in around you.
Okay, I guess I'll back up.
Yeah, and you do hear a voice that says, "Step back."
Well then, let's get on with it, but we need to get some details soon.
Tell us what you know of Grant Bellatier. And this is something that all of you guys can hear now. All 3 of you are hearing this same voice in your head.
We were gonna try and meet him today. We don't know much about him. I don't even think we've met him. But he did save us.
But we didn't agree to that, so...
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
was
not like
an
we're-
involuntary saving.
Yeah, I mean, we were trying to discover who he is. Your lackey brought us here.
Is it your intention to aid the Mantle of Light?
If it pays better, then yes. I mean, of course not. No. We are aligned to the Shrike Temple. Whatever you want to hear. You hire sellswords, you get sellswords. Why is it so hard to understand that?
Our services are for life.
And if the business happens to work out that way, then excellent.
There's always things we can employ you with.
Then may our transactions be lifelong.
I'm kind of liking Bazikar taking the lead on things. He's making sure we get paid. Like, all right, okay, yeah, I'm good with this.
Rule number 1 at D&D: ask for half up front and half when it's over.
What was the nature of your contact with Bellatier?
Honestly, do you want me to be honest? I don't care about the guy. I wanted to meet his eagle.
Yeah, his Blue Jay was pretty cool.
Look, we just want to figure out what's going on. So this bird comes in, saves us, shows up at our bedroom door, brings us messages. Yeah, we're gonna want to figure out what the hell that's up.
What kind of bird was it?
I can't remember.
And then actually one of them is legitimately going to point at Bean and say, "We've heard blue jay, crow."
I mean, a hawk. What do I look like, a druid?
For how long did you pass information to Bellatir?
I think I gave the bird a piece of chicken.
You fed his animals?
You know, if a giant hawk comes to you and it has its giant claws, you're gonna try to feed it. That thing murdered like 6 people.
Where was your meeting supposed to take place?
I think we invited him to the concert you're performing, Bean, in place of the other bard.
We have agents moving to intercept Bellatir now. If your information is true, then we should intercept him soon.
Okay, cool. So we going now?
Well, not so fast. Seeing as we captured Bellatir potentially for you, I'm assuming there'll be some compensation.
Yeah, that's valid.
If Bellatir is indeed at this location, and we're able to apprehend him or find some evidence...
That's on your competence. If you can't capture him when we gave you the location, that's on you. Like, we don't have any part of that. In fact, we were going to meet him. So if you fail to catch him, that's completely on you.
For your information, there will be payment, of course. They actually hand you, Bazakar, they hand you a sword that you saw Ilohani carrying. And then they also hand you a bag of 600 gold. If Bellatir is captured, there is a 4,000 gold reward that will be split with you.
Excellent.
Okay. Yep, we'll take it.
Mr. Durai, for your payment, we have actually physically purchased the horse from you from the cart vendor that you so stole the horse from earlier. As Grieve only rented the horse and cart, not bought the horse itself.
Can I have one of the better gifts? Like, on a scale of buying me my own horse that I already have and a bunch of gold, can I have the gold or, like, a cool sword? Oh, wait, I don't need a sword. I'm a bard. Something neat.
You need a flute.
Oh, a flute that puts people to sleep.
Bagpipe.
A bagpipe that charms people. You guys getting this? Do you take custom orders?
Once we have information on Bellatir's whereabouts, we will discuss this more. And there's a portal that opens on the right-hand side of the room, right over here. The same kind of area that you saw Ilohani get moved out of.
I go through the portal.
I will run through the portal as well and grab Bean as he's trying to haggle some more with them.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand as he's, like, dragging me away. And I'm, like, trying to, like, grab something off.
You grab like a goblet.
Yeah, like, I need something. This isn't fair.
You're in the room now. It goes like straight in front of you. It's a pretty big square room. There's a couple like chairs and things of that sort sitting around. There's no greenery. There's no like ferns or things like you would normally see in like a business waiting room or anything like that. But you get the idea that this is like where you're instructed to wait. Now there is a doorway type of a thing up ahead of you.
Okay, I'm gonna go forward.
You can go out into the next room.
Yeah.
There's like a T-section hallway, and you're standing like at this, essentially this intersection. You can go left or right.
I'm trying to get an idea of which way I should go, Asa. With a 14.
With the 14, you feel a draft of air coming from the left, and with the 14, you hear some very heavy, stuttering breathing coming from the right.
Can I look to Dennis to see if he has any like natural horse instinct? Like what way to go?
Okay, I have dark vision, so I can poke my head and kind of just take a peek around the corner.
Yeah, so you turn left and right. To the left, it's just a long hallway. You don't really see any doors, but you do feel a draft of air. And to the right, you see it goes down for probably like 200-300 feet, maybe. And you see another like door on the left-hand side of the hallway.
So I will start heading that way.
You guys get down to this door that goes off to the left. You hear that breathing keeps getting louder, and that, like as you're getting closer, you're hearing other sounds like scraping. This like scraping sound sounds like wood being dragged on rock. And you hear someone else like essentially going as well as like the other voice is just kind of like that breathing is just kind of keep going.
And this is all coming from the same room?
It's all coming from down this hallway. Anyway, this direction.
I'm gonna take a peek.
Are you trying to do it sneakily?
Yeah, like I don't want to just jump into a giant, troll in the dungeons type situation.
Roll stealth for me as you peek around. You peek your head around, and like there's two robed, armed people who are tying a. They're dragging this giant piece of wood, that someone is strapped to, and that's where that muffled is coming from, and you vaguely recognize like Elohani's clothes as these people are dragging him like this board that he's strapped to. They're dragging it away from you, from where you're facing, and a small like square portal opens up, and they step through, and it closes behind them. And next to that, there's a little cage, and there's someone inside of that cage. This human-looking guy, and he looks super beat up, and just not in good shape.
Like, as far as I can tell, coast is clear to head over there and check this cage dude out.
Yeah, there's nobody else in this room.
Okay, so I'm gonna head on in.
Yep, I'll go with him.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, as soon as there's clop, 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 like walking into this room, this guy like in the stocks like looks up and goes, oh, what do you want from me? What do you want from me?
Who are you?
My name's Jeffrey. Who are you? You don't look like the standard temple priests like I've seen.
Yeah, we're kind of new. What are you here for?
Nothing. Clearly nothing. I'm here for nothing. What are you here for? I'm innocent.
Okay, so what are you What are you being falsely accused of?
Breaking and entering? That's none of your business. I have my reasons for being here. Listen, what are you gentlemen doing? You don't, like I said, you don't look like temple enthusiasts.
So I'll cast friends and be like, whoa, Jeffrey, we're off on the wrong foot. Let me introduce myself. I'm Bazakar. These are my associates, Nicholas and Theodore.
And this is Dennis.
We're not here to hurt you.
In fact, we're doing an exclusive, Bard Tube special on the Shrike's Temple.
Wait, you're Nick Bean, the Bard Tube man? Oh God. Oh, my boss is going to have my head for this. He hates your stuff.
Oh. Well, help us, or I'm going to post lots of footage of you all over my BardTube channel.
He looks around. He's like, how the fuck can I help you? I'm literally tied to a board in here.
Well, answer the questions.
What questions? You've asked me what I'm here for.
Yeah, what are you here for?
I'm here for, I told you, breaking and entering, man. Do you not listen?
What were you trying to, was entering the end goal here? Or did you have a plan beyond breaking and then entering? Because it doesn't seem like a very well thought out plan.
Who the hell are you? Why would I be telling you my hypothetical plans?
Well, it seems like we're better at it than you because we're walking around and you're tied up.
Yes, but I don't work for the temple. They don't just allow anyone in here unless they work for the temple.
Maybe if you were better at it, you would be walking around like us. How do you know we work for them? We just walked in.
You either work for them or you were invited here. Not either way. Not how I got here. And even though this dude is like really beat up, he still looks like really handsome. and he, like, just for his condition, he doesn't seem to be doing too badly. So,
do you want us to let you out, or do you want us to
Oh God, yes, please. If you let me out, I'm sure that my boss would have many coins to give to you.
But you have to give me the rights to the exclusive Shrike's Temple interview.
Tell you what, if you get me out of here and you get me to my boss, I will have to talk to him, but we're currently doing our own sort of investigation on the Shrike's Temple. So, if you can get me out, then I'm sure that my boss would love to talk to you.
Your boss wouldn't happen to have a bird, would he?
No, my boss is a lot further south. Who do you think my boss is?
Just a dude that walked around with a blue jay. The Shrikes don't like him.
No.
Okay,
No.
well, I'll tell you what. Hey, wait, so I have to ask, out of character question just to make sure I fully understand what Morgan's doing. You, at one point turned into a horse, and now you have a pet horse. Do we just have two horses following us around?
Wait, who turned into a horse?
I swear, Morgan turned into a horse, you guys.
Morgan turned into a horse?
Absolutely not.
No,
You
he
guys
was
suck
riding
at
it.
remembering this.
Hey, if I were a druid, I'd let you guys ride me.
Made it a thing.
That's not what I expected to hear, but okay.
Horseman's a Theoduin.
So I'm just gonna let the dude out.
Whoa, Bean.
Whoa,
no,
whoa.
no. Bean.
Well,
First
he
of
said-
all,
okay,
break.
fine. Tell us who your boss is.
Morgan, you remember Chris, right? He's here right now. Do you guys mind if he jumps on and just listens?
What is Chris's name in the Jin universe?
He plays a character named Landis and a character named Doc.
Just something you guys should know. And this is as Bean. So there's this guy named Landis. If you ever hear about him, he's a terrible dude. Kind of an ass. And we should kill him on sight. Just putting it out there. Don't expect it to happen, but if it does.
And you said that in character as Bean?
Yeah.
You legitimately see Jeffrey like start and look at you like shocked. He's like, "You know Landis?"
Yeah, he's my bro. Like, do you know Landis?
I wasn't aware that you were one of the Jin Liberators. How do you know of him?
What are you talking about?
What are you how do you know Landis? You're not one. I don't recognize you as one of the Liberators. Who exactly are you?
You're the one that's tied up. I think we're the one asking questions right now. Like, you went out. I think you should. So tell us about these Jin Liberators, because, like, I know a little bit.
They're only known because they have fought to collect many of the Jin-infused items around the world, of course. Everyone knows this. I mean, that's amazing that you don't, really.
Wait, would we actually know that, or is he just being a douche?
No, this is like legitimate. This would be like, this is hero knowledge. These people they're level 10. At level 10, you're kind of like, it's like a renown across the world type of a thing.
Okay.
Or at least very localized. What else do you want to know about the Liberators? I mean, they helped Raylene Kawahara in the civil war that's happening over in Elsira. They just recently came through in Harpcry. That was the last place I saw them before leaving. They were speaking with my boss, the Primarch, and they wanted to get some kind of help from him, I think. And then that was the last I saw, and then I was sent here.
Okay, when he says Primarch, I do, like, the really big eyes, and I, like, look over at Theoduin and do the, like,
Well, seems we picked the wrong side. Jeffrey, tell us about your boss.
Hey, you guys, like, at some point, they're gonna come back. He
Yeah,
moves.
I'll tell you everything you want to know about my boss if you get me the hell out of here.
Okay,
You can tell
deal.
us right now. No, Bean, damn it, you're a terrible negotiator.
And I just go and, like, cut him free. Like, yep, deal.
He's in a cage?
Oh, well, you kind of switch between cage and stocks.
Yeah, the cage is locked, but he's also in the stocks, like in these stocks.
All right, hang on. I know how to pick locks.
Alright, well, while Bean is fumbling with that, I'm gonna ask him again who his boss is.
My boss is the Primarch.
Yeah, that gate just popped open. I know it.
Roll Arcana as well for me. Let's see, you successfully unlatched the lock. Unfortunately, you didn't recognize in time that it was magically trapped. But because your lock picking skills were so good, only you are now there's like this blast of light, and now Bean is glowing on like the outline of his body. He's got like this outline of reddish kind of color. Theoduin recognizes that as a fairy fire spell.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. That'll probably put fairy fire on you.
And now they'll definitely know who opened the cage,
Mhm.
Bean.
Well, Bean's booted. Jeffrey, do you want to be in the park?
Let's swap Jeffrey for Bean. Leave him in the stockade.
Yeah. So he's like, I could have told you that the door was trapped.
Doesn't help now, does it? Now I'm glowing all red for the next, let me check my watch. 20 minutes, I think.
Over in the kind of corner of the room where you guys saw Ilohani's form being taken, another little portal opens up, and the 3 Inquisitors step out. You all 3 hear in your heads. You hear the Inquisitors like laughing and being like, "Ha ha! We totally got you."
Got us. We didn't do anything.
So is Jeffrey real or is he an illusion?
You look over. He's still there.
I slap Jeffrey to see if he's real.
Yeah, he's got solid form. Yeah.
I think he probably enjoyed that slap.
Are they using message or are they just talking out loud now?
They are not using message, no, but they are speaking in your head.
So what? I'll ask them what they were hoping to accomplish with whatever this is, this test.
We're gonna roll initiative. I need all of you guys to make wisdom saving throws. So Bean's only gonna take half of the damage. Yowza.
I'm at 11, so
It's a good thing that It's a good thing you made that save.
-6.
Bazakar's dead.
I'm okay with character death, by the way.
Nick Bean, it's your turn.
Okay, so since everyone's, dead, I am going to figure out what I can cast that helps people not die.
It's nice that our cleric dicked off.
Asa, can I heal Bazakar if he's unconscious?
What spell are you using?
A healing word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You fucking healed me for 3.
We're dead. We're all dead.
Bean, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I don't want to.
You're going to take 2 damage as a green beam of energy erupts from his face and like tears across the ground all anime style and then hits you and you take 6 acid damage.
Yeah, so I might die.
Welcome to the club.
Sorry, it is Bazakar's turn. My bad. Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
And wait, let Jeffrey out. He's a dude. He can help.
Now fuck Jeffrey. I'm going to hit them with an Eldritch Blast. Yeah! Nat 20!
Margo, can you say Maddie Big Crits?
So you hit this dude with this, and you like watch. You like, I don't know. You do like a Cell from Dragon Ball Z, like just like blasting energy at him. And you watch his robes like start to tear away. And you actually blast the hood off of his head, I guess. And like you see his face, his skin is all burnt, and his eyes are like this milky white color. And he looks super bad, but he remains standing.
And I kind of smile and wink at him.
It's this guy's turn. He's going to point at Bazakar.
Doesn't matter, had sex.
Yes.
He's going to lift his finger and point at you like with his milky eyes and just like point a trembling finger at you. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. So he takes 2 steps towards you, and you feel something like just in that weird like ethereal space between what is your mind and what is like conscious reality. If that even makes sense, you feel something like move past you really fast. And it feels like had that been a solid thing, it would have hurt pretty bad. But because of that amazing Constitution save that you made, you take no damage.
Nice.
And we move to Theodowin's turn.
First, I would like to charge up on Dennis and get right up at his business.
Yeah, okay, so that's a longsword, one-handed, nice. How do you kill this guy?
So I charge up with Dennis. Yeah, I just hack the head off, and then I try to grab his robe as he's falling and see what else is underneath.
His robes are pretty shredded and burned. It's not hard to see like what's underneath them, and he's wearing just like a tunic.
And then I would actually like to take a bonus action and use my second wind, and I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on that as well.
I need Theodowin to make an intelligence saving throw. So Theodowin runs up and kills this dude, right, on his horse. And then this guy like takes a step forward and does like he mimics like he's throwing something over his head, but he's not actually holding anything. And Theodowin, you take 22 points of psychic damage when it feels like some solid force of air just smacks you right in the head.
So as I'm falling off, I say, "Good thing I did that second wind." And I hit the ground.
So, am I correct in thinking that neither of these 2 jackasses have taken damage?
Yeah, these 2 guys have not taken any damage.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast a healing word again.
So who'd you heal? That's
You.
part of me.
Yeah.
Oh, I got, 10 back?
I'm gonna turn to Jeffrey and be like, "Psst, You want to help?
He's just like, he just turns his hands in the stockade and like kind of gives you like a shrug.
Well, these jackasses won't let him out.
You're saying that as you're standing next to an open door into the cage.
Datawin's turn.
It's actually this guy's turn.
Stop it. Don't
He's
wanna...
going to step up to the newly, like, as Thedowin's like, ugh, like trying to get up. He lifts his hand, he points at Thedowin, and his fingers like start to glow with this bright blue energy. He throws this blue light at you that bounces off of your armor. Then he's like, oh, he does like the anime, oh, and then like takes a step back. Which if you want, you can take at disadvantage, you can have a attack of opportunity against him.
So how does 18 do against AC?
Yeah, it hits him. And we move to Bazakar's turn.
Dash, Hexblade's curse him on the way in. And, like, as I'm running in, my imp, Arthur, is, like, kind of flying next to me, and his eyes glow red, and he, like, sends out these, like, red tendrils that kind of wrap around this guy, and he's like, what? As I'm cursing him.
Nice. All right, Bean, it's your turn, man.
I really want to do this, and I feel like it's true to Bean. So, and you guys might hate this, but it's happening. So,
are you gonna run away?
No, oh no, I'm not that. 21. I am gonna let Jeffrey out, and I'm gonna hold on. Like when I'm doing this, I'm like, hey, you better help, and you need to take us to your boss. So you can either help us or you can die. Take your pick.
Jeffrey kills us all and teabags our bodies.
After I do that, I'm gonna bounce over here because I have 5 health.
Well, you don't trust him? I'm gonna let this guy out and then immediately run away from him.
I need Thedowin and Bazakar to make intelligence saving throws. Oh, well, I mean, you're both knocked out. Bazakar, go ahead and roll your death saving throw. Alright, so that's 1 failure. Go ahead and mark a failure. Okay, so Jeffrey stands up and rubs his wrists off. And he's like, well, Bard, will you please pass me one of your weapons?
Fuck yeah, I don't even know what weapons I have. Or I'm gonna throw in my bagpipe and then be like, oh, is that not what you wanted? I don't know what weapons I have. I have a dagger. And I have a bedroll. And I have a rapier.
Do you have any weapons?
Okay, I'm gonna throw in my dagger. Wait, is a rapier better than a dagger? What's the difference? Okay, I'm gonna throw him a rapier.
You put the sword on the ground and you like try to slide it and it slides 10 feet. And he looks at you and he's like, God damn. So he's like, and then he pulls the sword out and he runs that way, and then that's it for his turn. This guy's gonna turn away from Jeffrey and pull his dagger out again and try to attack Thedowin.
What? Thedowin's dying.
His corpse?
He's on the ground.
Oh my god.
He's essentially going for the
blow.
official kill.
Although,
but Thedowin's got crazy.
Do he still have to go against my
crazy,
AC?
Yeah, he's gonna go against your AC, but because you're dead, he's gonna roll with advantage.
Ah, I see. 22 does hit.
So you're gonna mark 2 death failures, and we go to Nick Bean's turn.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word because Thedowin's like about to uber dead. I'm gonna do Thedowin.
Got 12 health, yo.
Man, they're like so annoyed that you guys keep getting back up after they knock you down. This dude, it's his turn now, and I believe that he's going to cast his Psychic Hammer at Jeffrey. Yeah, he's going to take 31 damage. And we move to Jeffrey's turn. He's going to cast Ensnaring Strike. Okay, so Jeffrey like lunges out and attacks this dude at the top. And his sword pierces through the guy's robes. And then all these like really like this bramble bush of thorns grows up around the dude's feet and like wraps his legs and starts tearing at his flesh and stuff. And he screams out loud. And the thorns like go all the way up his body and like tear through his clothes and things, and he looks really, really bad, and he's pretty much stuck. And if he tries to move a whole lot more, he's going to take more damage. And now it's Thedowin's turn.
So, long swords are versatile, meaning I can like
take a two-handed swing with him and not have my shield for the next turn cycle, and you do 1d10 instead of 1d8. So I want to do that. Motherfuck.
Okay, action surge or something.
I already used that. It's gone.
He already used his action surge. Oh god, you guys are all clustered up again. I need everybody to make intelligence saving throws. Bazakar is not going to make one because he's unconscious. Hang on, I'm waiting back from a player who actually plays a mystic. Okay, he does, as long if it's psychic damage, it does affect an unconscious person. I want you to make an intelligence saving throw, though. I'm not going to just say, nope, sorry, Bazakar's gone. Bazakar, you're like in that strange space between consciousness and death, and no, it's fine. That's fine. Oh, nice. That saves. So there's I'm going to say, because I know like even normally you take half damage, which Morgan's going to take half damage for this, but because you're in a spot where I don't want you to take any damage, you made your save, so you won't have to add a death save to that, or a death failure. Basically, you're like you have this strange dream about something that's chasing you, and you look back and there's like this raging storm like approaching you, and as you start running from it, you find a little nook in the ground that you jump into, and the storm passes above you. And you can't help but feeling that had that storm touched you, you would have completely gone to the void.
Oh my god. Okay, so everyone's still dead. Oh wait, I only have 2 level 2 spell slots. Oh, I don't have any left. Okay, so I can do a level 1 healing word. So, Matt, you're alive, but only just.
With that in mind, Bean, I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna live.
As this guy lifts an invisible item over his head and looks like he's throwing it at you. Okay, it's Bazakar's turn.
So I will get up and as a bonus action cast Wrathful Smite, and then attack him.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you hit him with that spear. You just like ram it up into him, basically. And he spits a little bit of blood out of his mouth, and he smiles at you, but he definitely doesn't look good. And we're going to move to Jeffrey. Shoves the rapier into the dude's back, and the guy, like, spits blood all over Bazakar. But he's still standing. And then Jeffrey's going to reach out and grab Theoduin for 2d6 health. And we're going to move to Theoduin's turn.
I'm going to attack this dude down below here.
Before you even have to roll damage, how do you kill this guy? He's got 1 HP.
Oh, I want to roll. So this guy, I just look at him, I'm like, we're gonna do you like we did Ilhani. And then I just stab him right in the back. And as he's falling to the ground, I'm like, booted.
Well, with that, it is this guy's turn. Oofa doofa, you guys. But I gotta do it.
Oh, you got it.
Make intelligence saving throws.
Oh, don't say me too.
No, you're out of range.
God damn it. I give you guys things to help and then you still die. Okay, bonus action. I'm going to throw my prized flute at him. This is, you know, when you hear stories of a parent picking a car up, you know, or lifting a car to help their kid out. This is one of those situations.
Okay, you hit him for 3 damage. Jesus Christ, we go back to the Inquisitor's turn. Who's going to make Jeffrey have to make a intelligence saving throw. Oh my god. Okay, so Jeffrey goes down.
And everyone is dead, so... Theoduin, are you still alive?
Oh, I'm rolling for death.
Oh, shit.
But for life, really, but death.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm going to use my last sleep spell, and we are gonna pray. Like, if this doesn't work, I have nothing left in the tank. 23. Oh my god.
Woo, boy! Oh boy, it's a good thing that you use that now, because Jesus Christ.
Please tell me he's asleep.
Yeah, he falls asleep.
Okay, like, for the love of God, tie this motherfucker up or something.
Bazakar and Nick Bean are the only people who are still conscious.
So, like, I'm gonna go stabilize, Daedwin and Jeffrey. Now that we are out of combat. Duration is 1 minute, so basically, like, okay, I guess my priority is less to rouse them and more to, I don't know, take my clothes off and tie this dude up. I don't care. Whatever it takes to make sure that this dude isn't gonna get up and whoop our asses.
So you're gonna try to tie him up.
Yes.
Do you have any rope?
I have a net.
Oh my God, he has a net. Okay, I'm
Just
gonna
for this
take
purpose.
I'm using the
Are we
net.
trying to keep this guy alive, or are we just
Yes,
gonna kill
I
him?
am trying to keep this guy alive.
Why?
Don't judge me.
Yeah, we're dead. We are all so dead.
Because, well, okay, if he's trying to cast spells, I don't know if they need
Okay, wait.
verbal or
Most
somatic components.
Okay, but most spells require that they have movement. Like
Yeah,
when you-
but
He's
he
still
was
moving
also,
a net.
he was also casting like psychic-based spells, so he may not need any.
Stop making me min-max. I want to capture him alive, okay? I just want to.
He's. I'm not sure we're gonna get anything out of that.
We are. He's like the leader of these motherfuckers.
He's not.
This
the
is
leader.
okay. Here's what's going on right now. This is the end of Jurassic Park 2.
Okay,
and we're
fine,
like, you
fine,
know what?
just
We're
fucking-
taking all the
No,
T-Rexes and
hold
stuff
on.
back to the mainland. It's cool.
I have a lute, and I threw my flute. Those were not meant to rhyme. And I have my bagpipes. I am gonna pick up my flute, put it in his throat, and I am going to just.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What are you describing here?
Yeah. This is one weird bard fantasy I did not see happening.
He's been asleep for 30 seconds now.
Fine,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
alright.
throw him in the cage and lock him up.
Well, while you're contemplating what to do, I go up and slit his throat with my spear.
What the fuck?
Oofa doofa.
Don't do it!
Yeah, your actions
Too
were
late.
to put him to sleep and then stick something down his throat. Like, what the fuck?
I literally. How many times have I saved your guys' asses in the past, what, minute?
You're like
And you're
trying
trying
to
to
draw
save
on
our
him with a
asses.
sharpie,
Literally,
and we're
like,
trying
at
to
least
win this
4 ti-
combat.
Seconds.
So I'm just gonna
So,
be clear, and I'm gonna say this for the record because I'm recording. That was the wrong thing. We should have captured this guy alive.
And you're entitled to your opinion.
In fact, I saved you guys so many times.
Ooh, man.
We are thankful for that. We are thankful for our beautiful little bean.
Okay, so the Inquisitor falls down. Well, I mean, he's already down because he was bleeding. Or he was sleeping, excuse me. And Bazakar slit his throat. Jeffrey is still unconscious next to you guys. Gotcha.
I'm gonna go stabilize Jeffrey.
Cool. Make a medicine check.
Are
Nope.
you fucking? Do you guys realize I've rolled?
Jesus
I
Christ.
think
Bye,
I've rolled.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey takes his death save, a failed death save.
I think I've rolled. I think I've rolled
Bye,
3
Jeffrey.
nat ones today.
Check.
Wow, let's just do him a favor and kill him now.
There you go. All right, Theta stabilized.
Yeah, see? Jeez, man. Bean, look, this is how you do healing over here.
So does that mean I'm at 1 and I'm like moving, or does that mean I'm at 0 and I'm just not
You are
dying?
you are stabilized at essentially at 1, but you are unconscious.
Just put me on Dennis. He'll take care of me.
I will put you on Dennis and hop on Dennis as well.
Lash me to my horse.
Alright, Dennis, take us out of here. And, Bean, are you trying to heal that guy still, or are we just leaving him?
I am going to take him with me, one way or the other. This goddamn
Either
mother-
way.
Okay, look. I spent an entire turn to save this dude. Almost saved him and then almost killed him. This goddamn motherfucker is going to get out alive, and he's going to give us something useful.
Hey, if you're willing to drag his corpse out,
Jeffrey is back to 1 hit point. He is unconscious. Let's see. So as you guys, you're like picking up your wounded. Oh, God. You step out into the Shrike's Temple corridors. You guys step out and you look down each corridor. You can go right or you can go left from this room. It's hard to tell where you are. You've never been in this building before, and you're not entirely sure, but the feeling that the building around you is giving you is one of incredible unease. And every fiber of your being is screaming at you to get out now. Which direction do you want to turn?
Lead us, Dennis.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the horse. Like, I'm just gonna trust the horse. I have 3 health.
Dennis turns right and begins walking to the right.
Okay.
You guys walk down the corridor and you go past the spot where you normally would have turned left to go back into the waiting room that you came out of. But that archway is no longer there. And you realize with the start that the entire layout of this place has changed. And that's where we will end for tonight.